Good evening, Judge.
All right, you heard him. He said he totally supports law enforcement. Music to your ears?
Puts a smile on my face, and I don't smile often, but finally, and I was hoping that one of these 16 or 17 candidates would stand up and finally get a spine and support the American police officer. The American police officer is the only thing holding these American ghettos together. And instead of pounding on them like they've been doing for the last almost year now, we need a president who's going to appoint an attorney general who's going to see local law enforcement as an ally in the pursuit of justice, and they're going to target criminals instead of police officers and police agencies.
You know, one of the things that he said, when he was talking about nothing to apologize for, and, you know, that all lives matter. What I don't understand, Sheriff, is that this Black Lives Matter movement, why are they only incensed if there is a death at the hands of law enforcement and not the overwhelming issue, which is the death of African Americans at the hands of African Americans?
Because this is a political construct. Look, this group is misguided. They could be a force for good, but instead they're just shills for the Democrat Party. What they should be protesting is that in the Obama recovery, black people still can't find meaningful work. The unemployment rate nationally is about 15–16%. In the city of Milwaukee, the black male unemployment rate is 32%. They ought to be protesting the fact that they have to send their kids are shackled to failing K-12 public schools while President Obama sends his kids to the elite Sidwell Friends School. They ought to be protesting the fact that poverty has become generational and a lifestyle in the American ghetto because their people are hooked on the high of handouts and have gotten comfortable with government dependency. That would prove to me that black lives really matter, but instead, this unit, this group, this mob has made the American police officer the straw man.
And are you concerned about, you know, the implications and the anarchy, you know, from the Occupy Wall Street to, you know, Ferguson? I mean, you've got this Michael Brown, all right, who's like hailed as some kind of hero. He's fighting with a cop over his gun. No charges against the cop who killed him. And when a 9-year-old girl, and we don't know who killed her, but when a 9-year-old girl is shot and killed, I mean, nobody says boo.
Right. They should be down there trying to help the St. Louis police, the Ferguson police, capture those individuals involved in that drive-by shooting into an occupied house and killing a 9-year-old who, Judge, was doing homework at the time. I mean, it's really pathetic. But at the same time, you know, the police are the straw men in this. And until this group and others back off the American police officer. Look, the social order has collapsed in Baltimore, in St. Louis, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the American ghetto, and only the American police officers down there trying to keep it together. And we saw over the Memorial Day weekend in the city of Baltimore what life looks like in the American ghetto without the police. It looked like Boko Haram came through there with the death, the carnage, and the destruction that went on. 45 people killed in a month.
Quickly, do you get pushback on this yourself?
A little bit, but, you know, I don't worry about that. You know, this is more about other people than about me at this time. Somebody has to stand up, and I'm willing to do it, not only for the American police officer, but for good law-abiding black people that live in the American ghetto, and that's the overwhelming majority that do.
All right, Sheriff Clarke, thanks so much.